Ani, Bojo, Kwe, Tanzi, Scano. Greetings. Greetings to those who are old friends returning, and greetings to anybody new. It's Catherine and Brian of Moonstarlodge in South Central Ontario, bringing you your indigenous, say that, I haven't had enough coffee, indigenous perspective on all things cartomancy and psycho-spiritual traditions, clairvoyance, all those good things. Parapsychology, that's our big thing. And this week we have the reading for February 3rd to 9th. Yes, it's February. We all know by now what the groundhog has predicted, good, bad, or ugly. And we're well into the early spring. We're past Imbolc. So, this was the least prepared for reading. It's the most exciting. I'm freewheeling it this week. I got a couple of decks in, a Hay House deck and some things I'll share with you. But probably a third of these decks for this reading are brand spanking new. So I'm just filled with a new energy here. I've been not well the past 2 or 3 days, so this kind of excites to come to you with some new and exciting decks. The first one is the Floral Enchantments Tarot by Anya Rogov, and it's a stunning deck. I literally took the wrappers off it just before we started and had a good shuffle there, as I like to do, since you can't really pick properly from something in order. But it's a gorgeous deck, and it made me think of spring as we are moving toward what we think of spring with spring equinox. So that's Anya Rogov. Then the Magic of You Oracle, which I think I've used once or twice before, by Fiona Horn. And this is a glorious arty depth. It has depth to it. Of course, the Skellies Want to Be Here by Amrit Brar. I'm back to the Tarot of the Cosmic Seed for a reason. Firstly, I personally really like the energy of that deck. But secondly, one of the decks I received yesterday from Hay House is called the Cosmic Crossroads. It's like they were twins birthed from the same mama, but they're not. They're different authors. They're both collage decks, but they both have an integration. They integrate well together. So I brought back the Cosmic Seed this week so I could bring out the Cosmic Crossroads. So this will be staying in my close at hand space for a little while as I get to know them working together. Gorgeous decks. Another one that arrived yesterday was by Asha Frost. She's an indigenous Anishinaabe Kwe. This is called the Animal Elders Oracle. It's a 44-card deck and guidebook. And if you want to support another indigenous woman in Ontario, Asha has this book, or this deck. I believe she has books, and she did this deck, Sacred Medicine Oracle, which I've used in the past. It's not part of this week's reading, but I just thought I'd share with you that she has really good decks with good teachings. The Dreaming of You Shaman Oracle deck is back by Roger Metz. And then the Cosmic Magic Oracle, which is an astrological oracle by Annie Tarasova. Annie is the illustrator, and Valerie Tejeda is the author. This one has more than just the basic astrology to it. It has planets and other things which are adding into our reading this week. Quite often I use cosmological, astrological cards for timelines, timelines, where we can see what the parameters approximately that a reading will cover. Now, this is a collective reading, so boundaries change for everyone. And spirit often doesn't work in time as we understand chronological time. So it's interesting this week that the two cards that were pulled relate to planets and aspects rather than a timeline. And we doused, I had Brian douse and clear up that there was no specific timeline for this reading. So that all being said, setting you up for this wild ride, let's go to the cards there, Brian. Get your rods on standby because this is going to be a doozy. We start out with the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups with this cute little octopus coming out of that cup. It's a very big octopus for coming out of a cup that size. However, this is the incubation process of new emotional beginnings, whether it's love of a new direction, love of a person, love of a pet, love of something that is coming into our lives, and it's brand spanking new. The Ancestor card here, though, clarifies with the Eight of Swords, a gentle reminder that we can't think ourselves into a trap. We're really not trapped by our thoughts. But the phrase that came up is analysis paralysis. As this situation presents itself to us individually and collectively, we are not to so hyperanalyze it that it miscarries and is lost in the process. We just take it as it comes with curiosity and openness and gratitude that we are able to see something unfold. When a caterpillar goes into its chrysalis, it never knows how it's going to look when it evolves. It just goes through the process and waits till the end. And this is kind of what Spirit is asking us to do. Get out of our left brain and let the beautiful energy of this manifestation unfold. The second card is the Star. The Star is hopes and dreams and enlightening journey along with the moon. It is about health quite often, improving health. It can be things that are illusory, like the moon can be, but this grand lady here is, the energies on either side suggest this is a very positive perspective on the Star. So it's interesting the Star shows up later in a different context from a different deck. So our hopes and dreams need to be allowed to come up here, not worry. Worry is not a good card. It's clarified by chaos. Now, the warning here, it's not that these hopes and dreams and thoughts and inspirations are in chaos, but the warning here, or the cautionary thing, is not to bring our own lost sense of self. If we have gone through a period of, how can I put this, where we're not knowing who we are, where we're going, if we're kind of thrown about in a sense of loss, that's the chaos. We can't bring the chaos into our hopes and dreams. So it's a signal to get grounded, to do some meditation, to bring our spirit and our self home again within our lives, to bond that together, to bring our soul image, our soul consciousness back into alignment with our earthly life, so that the hopes and dreams that we are manifesting here are for our greatest good. It's interesting here that the card that I pulled, I asked Brian twice to tell me where this goes. And it's the card for Chiron. And Chiron here, covered in roses, is about healing. So you might want to look where Chiron is sitting right now in your chart, but more to the point, that's not necessary. If you don't do astrology, it's not necessary to know this. What you need to know are the attributes of Chiron, or to call upon the energies that are Chiron-like, to allow the healing of the chaos so that your hopes and dreams are with clarity. So that's what this alignment speaks to. The next card here, this dude has shown up, I think, for the last 3 or 4 weeks in every reading. This is the Mastery of Wands, or the same as the King of Wands. That fire in the belly, passionate, connected to this. She's looking right at him. The fire in the belly that is going to excite our new direction, the thing that we're birthing and we love, that we're not going to think to death. We've got all the attributes of the king, externally looking outward into the greater good. You got this. We all got it. These energies are here for us in this week. Let's ride with it. And it's clarified by the shaman wizard called Boolia. And Boolia is about harmony. Boolia shaman is asking you to flush out any stagnant memory objects from your home that hold undesirable memories. Boolia will help with any resistance as you create space for the arrival of new energy. Well, this is what the king is about. He's all energy. He's pure, passionate, as I say, the fire in the belly, the inspiritus, the inspiration from spirit to move forward. So make sure that things aren't sitting around that are old and holding you back. It can't almost get any better than the King of Wands, but it does. This beautiful card, I showed it to Brian. It's the sacred masculine. In this case, it's the Emperor with his eagle, or even perhaps a thunderbird. It so much looks like my grandfather, who had, by the time I knew him, had to cut his braids off. But this is such a beautiful, beautiful image of the Emperor, and I so appreciate it by comparison to dudes on thrones with, king-like stances. This is about taking hold, governorship, authority, making the rules. We're all taking on the knowledge and the making the rules and the capacity to bring, we are the authority of our life. Like the Emperor, we bring that empirical knowledge. We are the ones who know how to own our lives, even if we have to sit and think with it and heal some things. It's clarified by the translucence card, and it's a maiden here who is blindfolded, going down into the depths. She's riding a crow/horse. It's the shaman. It's as shamanic as this deck gets, actually. That's from the Magic of You. The idea here is we go trusting. We are trusting that the energies that are pulling us, this is doing some shadow work, doing the, perhaps even the dark night of the soul thing. But whatever we need to do, we have the Emperor here supporting this journey of awakening. Like Persephone, who goes down into Hades for 6 months of the year in the ancient Greek mythology. She arrives and is new again. We are going to be new again after we combat anything to do with shadow here. But the crow, the ravens are always the call to the shaman to wake up into our shamanhood. The next card here is the Six of Cups, and this has appeared a few times. Six of Cups is reminiscing back to earlier days, maybe even right back to childhood. Taking that reminiscing and taking a little bit of control of it, looking at what we loved, what we liked to do. Did we like to go to the stables and ride horses? Did we like to paint? Did we like to play baseball? Did we like to just sit and dream and look at the clouds? We need to bring some of our early life memories back into what we're creating, because this was us in our purest form. So some of those things that we've let go because adulthood pressures or adulting push them away, it's now the time to remember the joy they brought us. And the astrological card that pulled for this is from Saturn, and it's about boundaries. It's interesting, I compare and contrast the Eight of Swords, which is the concept of self-imposed boundaries. If you think of the Rider-Waite image of a blindfolded woman standing, she's not really bound. She thinks she's bound, and she thinks she's trapped inside this cage of swords, when in fact there is an opening. That's self-imposed. That's not being able to see what's really there. These boundaries, however, the pickets of this little fence are purposely installed. We need to put our protection up. This is the spiritual protection around our sacred field, our aura. And this is a bioenergetic thing. So we need to make sure that other people aren't sloughing off our energy, that we aren't letting people in with their ideas and opinions about what we should be doing, and just say, I'm doing what I'm doing, thank you very much, have a good day. Boundaries. Not all of us are very good at them. I need that kick in the head every once in a while. The next major arcana card from the Cosmic Seed deck is one that doesn't appear in any other deck. It's the 22 card. Normally we end with the World, but this is one card past the World. This is called the Cosmic Seed. These rings are the consciousness, the collective consciousness from which all life springs. And so it is a call to us from creation, creator, the all that is, the great mystery, to reconnect our vibe, because it really is spring. Growth is about to really take off, and not just the plants and the flowers and the trees and the babies being born. This is us. This love that starts the beginning of this week is here for a reason. So the creator or creation is calling us to connect with our cosmic seed. There's that incubating seed. And what clarifies it once again is the number 17 card from the Botanical deck by Anya. It's Starflower, which is the star. So once again, like this card, hopes and dreams and magnificent. We are from the stars. From the stars we were born, to the stars we shall return. And that's in every variant of indigenous prayer I know, and I say it all the time. Our ancestors are part of who we are. This cosmic delineation is here. And the final card is Judgment, only in this deck it's called Liberation. Free to transform, to transmute. We start as an incubated something loving, and we transform and transmute. And it's clarified by Elder Crane, who asks us to hold the vision. Holding the vision no matter what. That's where the boundaries come in. We let no one in that's going to say, no, you can't do that. What are you thinking? You know, get real. No, 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 no. We don't accept any of that crap. You can flip the camera, Brian. I don't know about you, and feel free to comment about this because I would really welcome comments. I've mentioned in previous weeks that I always feel the energy of the earth changing around Imbolc, which is February 1st into the 2nd. When I was younger, I always felt it around the 14th, the middle of the month. But I'm feeling it earlier, and it's not anything to do with climate change. It's a spiritual change. Perhaps it's my own growth and maturation, but I think it's more of a global thing. I think this is one of the most beautiful readings we've had in some time, and I look forward to I will use these cards again for next week's reading because I like the continuity that brings. Sometimes the cards show up a second time, sometimes they don't. And it isn't all down to the shuffling, it's down to the energies required. So I hope you get something from this, and I do appreciate your comments, and I do endeavor to answer everybody. If you ever have any questions about the decks, if you click on the title of this or any video that we've posted, you'll see a whole bunch of information underneath, all the authors, all the names of the decks, all of that. And if you ever have any questions about a deck, I'm going to do some deck reviews in the weeks to come. And decks I like to work with, and a video that made a couple of my friends laugh, but decks that scared me and inhibit me, and some still do today. That's really going out there. I'm letting something out. Anyway, if you're still with us, thank you, and that's Miigwech, and feel free to send me a donation for coffee through whatever means you like. We appreciate you and trying to grow this channel. So have a good one.